Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. My name as always is Jamie Hughes and today I'm going to be giving you my review of All Eyez On Me. Now if you want to keep up to date with all my movie reviews and movie news, then why not hit that subscribe button down below. Now as always with my videos, this review may include spoilers, so you have now been warned. So All Eyez On Me is definitely a film of two halves. I really did not enjoy the first half of this film. It felt very rushed. It felt very clunky. It just felt like it didn't feel like they had a story, if I'm being honest. It just felt like they were skimming over Tupac's life just to get to like one important bit. But there were lots of little stories going on in these scenes that were not fulfilled. And I really would have liked to have seen a lot of those scenes fleshed out and a lot of characters fleshed out in the first half of this film, because it just felt very rushed and it just felt like we only scratched the surface of Tupac's early life. And it was quite disappointing, to be honest with you, as I say, because they had a really great story there that they could have told of his rise to prominence, and they just kind of skimmed over that and just got to the sort of meat of the story before it actually started getting good. And speaking of where this story actually started getting good, it was the point for me where the timeline sort of caught up with itself, and it was the point where Tupac was in jail. Now from when he was in jail to the end of this film just got better and better, and it grew, and I actually really enjoyed the second half of this film. So I have to give it praise for that, for getting me invested in a film that was starting to lose my attention. I just thought the second half of this film just felt completely different in every way to the first half. The tone was different. It became a lot darker and a lot more serious. They actually started to flesh out characters and flesh out relationships. And as I say, obviously the events that happen, it actually had quite a big impact on me in the end, because I'd got invested in this story. Now I have to give props to Demetrius Shipp Jr., who played Tupac. I thought he was brilliant. It's scary how much he actually looks like him in this film, but I think for a relatively unknown actor like that to take on such a huge role like this and carry a film with this much magnitude and gratitude, I think he did it very well, and I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope he gets more gigs on this because he was brilliant. Also another actor that was very good and probably helped save this film was Danai Gurira. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She plays Michonne in The Walking Dead. She played Tupac's mother, and I thought she was brilliant as the character. Her relationship with Demetrius and the way that they portrayed this relationship between Tupac and his mother was so real and so organic, and it was really one of the saving points of the film for me, because I really enjoyed that story that they told together, and it was brilliant, those little sequences. And that's kind of the overall consensus I got from this film. It was really good in points, and it had really great moments of promise. It just didn't feel like it was thought out enough in other places, and that's what kind of dragged my overall enjoyment of this film down. And I do think, if Netflix, if you're watching, I do think that this story could be retold as a TV series. I can definitely see 3 or 4 seasons of how you could tell this story, but yeah, it just needed fleshing out overall. It was just, there was just something missing to actually make it really good. But as I said, the first half of the film isn't great. It's definitely saved by the second half, and the way that the characters develop gets you invested. So that's where I'm going to end this review. All Eyez On Me is a fine film that just needed fleshing out a little bit. So if you've seen All Eyez On Me, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. And as I said earlier, if you did enjoy this video, why not give it a like, and why not subscribe, because you'll be helping me out massively. And I will see you in the very next episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. Ta-ra!